Can you see me?
Yep.
Hello, my name's Jupiter Hadley, and today we're at GamesFest in Albany, the capital city of New York, checking out all of the indie games, the student showcasing games that are at this event. I'd like to show you the various student-made projects that have like some students talking about those projects, as well as some indie games that are just here being showcased. Cool, enjoy.
I'm Noah. I am with Crazy Plates and Aesthetician Labs. We're a three-person team that worked on this game. Crazy Plates is a kind of like Crazy Taxi / Grand Theft Auto 1 inspired game that's also inspired by our hometown of Rochester, New York. So in the game, you're picking up and delivering plates, which are a local delicacy in Rochester, and as well as crashing around a city that's inspired by the buildings in Rochester. This is, I think, the first game that's ever been made about Rochester. And it's been really cool to engage with the growing games community in Rochester. We have a number of events that are focused around game developers as well as just people who enjoy games, and being able to connect with the community by bringing a game that is about their city. Yep. Even the people who aren't into games, they can see it and say, oh, I know that building, right? Like, so we can connect with people in a way that's not just purely through gameplay. And additionally, it's been great because there's been local politicians that have really latched onto this concept that like something could be made about Rochester. In fact, we even met our mayor, and we know, I think we're one of the few games that can say we know our mayor plays our game.
And where is it available?
It's available on Google Play and the App Store. You can go to our website, crazyplates.fun.
Cool.
I'm a student from RIT. My game is Hostile Interface. Originally, this was a game designed for an experimental gameplay workshop, which is a course that's taught. The original inspiration came from my professor's daughter, who crawled over his keyboard when she was 2 years old, and that flipped the screen upside down. So he had to Google what happened and how to undo it while the screen was upside down, and then the idea came from, can we make a game out of Windows hotkeys that would potentially screw the player over? And so I took that up by myself. This is a single-person project, and Hostile Interface is the result of that workshop. And after the class ended, I continued working on it by myself to get to where it is today.
I'm Ben. I'm a part of Dang Studios. It's a company here in upstate New York that me and 5 other friends made out of college. And we were working on our first game, Interloper, which is a hacking corporate espionage game with elements of an immersive sim, where you play as a hacker for hire living in the year 2035, and you're hired to do a job against some CEO type guy in Silicon Valley. It goes bad and you get embroiled in a dirty murder mystery in the world of Silicon Valley. That part's not in the game. yet. It will be though.
Yes.
So yeah, it's got a lot of elements of pre-existing hacking games. It is a hacking game. You interface with Windows. There's a terminal you type commands into, but the novel aspect of it is that there's a 3D level that you can actually interface with. That allows us to give it elements of like an immersive sim where you got to find key cards to swipe them in front of doors. You can fly drones around. You can mess with people. You can read their text messages, and that's sort of the aspect that distinguishes it from a lot of other hacking games. You should go to our itch page though on itch.io. It's itch.io/Dang Studios. We have cool games on there, including the first demo for this game, which is like a level that takes place in an office space.
What's your Twitter?
It's at VideoDang.
Cool. Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye.
Hey, I'm Satch. I'm part of Team Lightless. Our game is called Lightless. It's a 3D stealth game where you use light to solve puzzles. The point of the game is to make your way outside of this mysterious chasm and figure out what happened that caused you to be in this situation. So it's passive combat. You can't actually attack the monsters since you're a tiny little person and the monsters are huge, so you have to oversmart the monsters, and there are narrative notes that you can pick up. It helps with the progression of the game and gives some context for the darkness is taking over the world and you wake up in this mysterious chasm and people are turning into monsters. So this earlier survivors are writing these notes for other people, and you don't know where you are and you're trying to find your way out.
Precipice is a Cold War strategy game where you play as either the United States or the Soviet Union, and your goal is to spread your influence around the world, and your rivals go try and spread their influence around the world as well. You'll be funding insurgencies and coups and revolutions. You'll be deploying spies. You'll be trying to root out enemy spies. You're going to be engaging in trade agreements. You're going to be doing all kinds of stuff, and your rival's going to be doing the same, and you're going to be trying to figure out what they're doing. And every action that you take could potentially be challenged by your rival. You could be taken into the United Nations and be asked to back down or escalate your actions. And if the escalation gets out of hand, like any game of chicken, it could result in a mutually assured destruction for all parties. The AI is adaptive in this game in that it actually, the more you play it, it will start to make assumptions about your personality. If you play as a very, very aggressive player, it will preempt that and start to strategize accordingly. If you play as a very, very passive player, it will start poking the bear a little bit, so to speak. The AI will check to see if you're favoring certain countries and start to make adjustments to protect those countries from you.
is Austin Rorta, and I'm the lead producer on fellow human dev team's Simple Sandwich. Simple Sandwich is a simple game with simple controls. You play as a slice of bread running around the kitchen countertop, looking to get ingredients to add to their sandwich. You jump on top of them to add them to your sandwich, and then when you're happy with its size and you got enough stuff stacked up, you go on and get another piece of bread, bring that over to the plate, and it burns down and gives you points. The first person with the most points at the end of 60 seconds wins. You can create massive sandwiches with huge recipes, or you can create monster sandwiches to attack players and knock items off of them. You're not only able to play with up to 3 friends, but you're able to do all sorts of wacky things like block each other, jump on top of each other and steal ingredients if you want to. It's a competitive experience that we really want people to enjoy, and we hope that you like the game.
My name is Robert Bailey. I'm a member of the team Several People. We've been working on the tactical strategy card game, the Gristmill. It's a game about fighting monsters with light roguelike and deck building elements as players take their group of soldiers out from the safety of their fort to defeat dangerous monsters out in the forest before they can pose a threat. We really wanted the feeling of this being kind of a desperate fight where you're going to unknown territory and it's going to wear down your troops. So we wanted to make that focus. We wanted you to be able to, the forces to get worn down, and so as part of that we needed to balance out a lot of ways to heal and replenish, but not so much that it's going to always offset. So we want players to constantly be making choices about, as they're going through, not just how do I kill a monster, how do I keep going, but how do I make sure that I'm taking the least amount of my damage, or is it worth letting a unit die so that I can preserve another one, and all about those ideas of maintaining the deck at all levels, the cards, the upgrades you were picking, and even the unit's health you were maintaining.
Cool, thank you.